think.
All right, thank you very much for that, Maddles, and definitely go check them out because without the sponsors, we wouldn't be here. And it's great to see, like Maddles mentioned, some fantastic homegrown talent here, as we see in game number 3 on Belshir Vestige, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner as the red Protoss player. It is none other than Dignitas DreaM. And his opponent, spawning in the top left position as the purple Zerg player representing FM Esports. Can he win 2 games in a row and win the qualifier? We'll find out in just a minute, guys. He is Shibbxyz.
Now, Shibby, getting down quite an early pool actually. That was a 13 pool he got there, so not the 14 or 15 you normally would see. Don't need to read into it massively, but certainly something to take note of that could lead into a bit more of an aggressive start. Could just be Shibby wanting to be safe, maybe expecting DreaM to go for some kind of proxy or something like that. But DreaM, he's not doing anything of that sort. It's just getting the 2 gas up after the gateway. Going to be playing it fairly normal.
Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary here. We're not going to see any drastic actions in game number 3. I think DreaM's going to be sitting back at this point and thinking, well, I did actually lose that previous game to something rather unexpected, but that's okay, because I know that my normal game, I'm confident enough that I'll be able to beat this guy. So I like the fact that he hasn't made any drastic changes to his plan right now, and hopefully we'll just, see him play a nice, calm macro game.
And for the moment, Shibby is doing somewhat the same, but all of the builds we've seen from Shibby today haven't been what you consider normal. Getting double gas off and then cancelling to go for the double extractor trip because of a late... Wait, the Overlord still wasn't started. What? I'm confused again. That must have been a mistake. There's no reason, there's no benefit to doing this.
Yeah. This looks like nerves, I'm afraid. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, which is a bit unfortunate for Shibby, but what I was trying to say was his builds haven't been normal, so whether or not he goes for a more normal build, maybe for just like Roche Hydra, for example, or whether he goes for, say, that Ling Hydra build he's done quite a lot, or perhaps even something a bit more funky like in game number 2, we'll have to keep an eye out and see. But at the moment, DreaM does have 4 Zerglings pestering his base.
Alright, so these Lings are going to be getting in, really mainly getting scouting information. If we get a probe, it's just going to be a bonus here, but the Mothership Core are going to try and stop that from happening. Good micro from DreaM so far. Shibby tried to be as annoying as humanly possible here, but unfortunately all of these things are going to go down without a worker kill. Nice micro from DreaM. Supplies currently 25 to 27. And, well, DreaM going to be getting his natural down without too much of an issue at all, and the game continues as normal.
Yeah, this is... To be honest, I'm not too concerned about anything that's happened so far. Shibby, all I want to see is whether he goes for that quick lair again, or whether he tries to take up the 3rd at a more normal time. He's got about a minute to decide on which one he's going to do, what kind of option he's going to be going for. But DreaM, he's getting the gateways down, so not that quick Stargate we saw in game number 1 or 2.
Nope, he's not going to be going for the Stargate this time around, and I wonder why that is, actually.
Or 3rd gate.
Just... Okay.
Delay 4 gate pressure.
Yeah, he just wants to, and getting those units out on the ground early on as well, potentially defends against just a little bit more in terms of the attacks that could be coming in to face you. So, while this basically opens up DreaM's passive and aggressive options, he can warp in more units to defend, but more likely, he's going to be trying to get a little bit of economic damage done to Shibby, and ideally contain our Zerg player on 2 bases.
And Shibby's playing the same way he did in game number 1. He's getting the 3 gas down. He's going to get the lair up nice and quickly. Means no Rotron. He's going to probably go to either Hydras or Swarm Host like we saw previously. But the big point is, only Lings to defend with. If he doesn't identify very quickly that these 4 gates are down, a huge amount of damage can be done here. This build is great against what Shibby's doing at the moment.
Alright, well... let's see if Shibby can identify what's going to be happening. Note, if we take a look at Shibby's vision, he hasn't seen the gateways at the natural just yet. So he might be a little bit confused at this point. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening.
And, yeah, it should be coming down fairly soon, actually. Jurosar, they're all flaming you because you're lagging them out.
It appears that my StarCraft has crashed, unfortunately, so you may have to go the rest of this game without me. I was worried my computer was crashed and I'd be logged off Skype as well. But just to let you know, my screen is currently frozen, and there's not much I can do about it. Very, very strange. Apologies for that, guys.
Don't worry, you're not forgiven by them. They've clearly said that.
Okay, that's not a problem.
That's fine. So we're probably going to have to drop you, unfortunately.
No, it looks like it's going to be the case. I mean, yeah, this doesn't seem to be improving at all. StarCraft has literally just hard crashed on me. Very, very bizarre turn of events here.
It's going to be not the same without you, I'm going to be honest. Maybe you can load up the preview screen, though. I don't know whether production have got that set up so you can take a look. No, they can't.
No.
I'll explain things, and then let's just see if you can say interesting things about it.
All right, I'll try and do that. This could end up being hilariously bad.
And of course, it's fine in the stream because everyone knows how this came in, but if the VODs go up and things like that, and they just get this, you never know, production might edit out that entire little bit of lag, and then we'll be sitting there, and everyone's going to be wondering, why is Jurasar casting in such a strange way? I've made you paranoid now, haven't I? Have you just muted your mic in fear? Nope. Okay, Jurasar has apparently completely disappeared. Hope he is okay, but of course, in terms of this game, we do have DreaM getting down that Stargate once more, but he's already pushing out with that pressure. This Stargate a lot later than in game number 1 or 2. And the result of that is that this pressure is going to be hitting a lot sooner. The Roach Warren is down though for Shibbxyz. He's seen this coming out. He's trying to get some Roaches very quickly. He doesn't have much in terms of defense. 6 Lings. He's only got 3 Lava as well. The Inject is only half done through until the next Lava Spout. So that's going to be a big problem for him because Shibbxyz needs to make sure that he delays this push as long as possible. He's got to get more Roaches out. He's got to get more Zerglings out if he wants to hold this. The third base is going to take a little bit of aggression. The Proxy Pylon stays up, which isn't too good. Phoenix in production behind this as well, but the Sentries now starting to work away at that third. They can go for a row of Force Fields as well should things come in. 10 Roaches are in production. The first one's only just now popping out onto the field, and this is going to be a bit of a concern for Shibbxyz. If he loses this third base, it's not going to be good for him, and DreaM probably will just mass recall back out from this, especially when he starts seeing the Roaches coming. If he doesn't feel like he can engage his force directly, he'll just run away. Great force fields though prevent the retreat of the Roaches. The Zealot's able to close up some of this distance. The Roaches are back able to get zoned out of the Sentries. Good push in here by DreaM, keeping on the pressure. The Phoenix as well are coming out behind this, remember. Another wave of Warpins. The Sentries taking some damage. DreaM needs to make sure that they don't go down. And still good force fields preventing these Roaches from getting away and taking good damage. But Shibbxyz, he's trying to pump out more units as quickly as he can. He's got Roach speed now, plus 1 missile attack is about to kick in. He's also got the Infestation Pit on its way too. But DreaM, he's only got a handful of units here. He may have to mass recall in a minute. He's got to be so careful not to lose things. But the Phoenix, they're going to be coming out on the field very shortly. There's already 3 down. They're just sitting in the main base though, not wanting to reveal themselves. And there's no Spore Callers, remember. There's the mass recall down. And all in all, we do just see DreaM, having done a nice bit of damage, is now going to pull back and try and play it a little bit safer. So no big risk coming there for DreaM. He just wants to make sure things are safe rather than sorry, but is now moving in with those Phoenix to come and do some damage. Pathogen Glands coming down for Shibbxyz, but remember, he's lost his third. The work count 49 to 47. In DreaM's favour, a big advantage for him there. And now the Phoenix are pushing in. They're going to start trying to clean out some of those Overlords, but actually not getting controlled here for a moment. DreaM should be able to come in though and pick that off. The Spore Call is trying to come down, but damage can be done as long as DreaM goes for this now. Lifts up the Queen, that's going to hurt the production. The Spore Call desperately trying to get made, but with 5 Phoenix here, drones can get picked off incredibly quickly. This is where even more damage is going to get done, but DreaM somewhat distracted by the fact that Shibbxyz about to start trying to push in to his natural base. Is DreaM going to be able to get a solid defense? Well, he's got enough energy for a Photon Overcharge. He's chucking down some additional cannons. He's got the Immortal out. Things not looking too bad for him. The Spore Caller does get a kill on a single Phoenix, but as things stand, DreaM's killed 7 workers, and he's still ahead 2 probes to the drone count. Very nice for him. He's also getting out his first Colossus too. Things not looking great for the purple Zerg player, but Shibbxyz is double expanding. That's what you've got to do in this situation. If you lose your third, you've got to take a big risk and try, above all else, to stay that base up and get your economy looking back on track. The investors are going to really help that because they are obviously going to be very cost effective if controlled well. But DreaM, he's busy ready to go and try and take his third. A single Zergling there for Shibbxyz though will alert him that it's going to try and be trying to get into a good position where actually you know where the third's coming down. But Shibbxyz, things aren't looking that great for him. He's got to make sure that he doesn't take many more losses. But yeah, these Phoenix, they're going to have other things to say about that. They are moving in. The third base doesn't have any spores down, so these drones are getting taken out, all lifted. Great control from DreaM for the time being. A single Spore Caller is now done, but the Phoenix will get away without getting taken down. And all in all, this now just leaves a single situation where actually DreaM, having managed to kill 13 workers this game, is 10 workers down though, just due to the production coming out. Is that going to be enough though, with the third coming down for DreaM? We'll have to wait and see. He's also got his Twilight Council there, so +2 ground weapons can get started immediately. The Colossus count is also starting to climb, 2 already down, 3rd on the way. Extended Thermal Lance is also nearly completed, and so this is now running into the point where DreaM, he's got options available to him, and that's something Shibbxyz doesn't really, because Shibbxyz having to make sure that he doesn't lose too much. This Phoenix control sometimes getting forgotten a little, which is not too great, because you want to make sure that you keep those Phoenix up, you deal harassment and keep the pressure on. You want to make sure Shibbxyz has to stay back in order to defend. A couple of Infestors burrowing around, just making sure they're ready to catch a fungal growth on the Phoenix if they do clump up under a Spore Crawler or the Queens. But all in all, supplies slightly favouring Shibbxyz, but then he's got a lot of roaches out. DreaM, got to be cautious. He is running in with these Zealots, and Shibbxyz notices them with 1 roach. He's going to have to pull back more roaches to deal with that, but it also means that it's quickly shown that this push was moving out. The Infestors still on their way. The 4th base of Shibbxyz is taking a nice little bit of damage here, and yeah, there are roaches there to defend this, and DreaM shouldn't be able to take it out, but it is going to weaken it. There's still the proxy pylon down there, and all in all, that means more warpings can start occurring, but the Infested Terrans heading down towards the 3rd base of DreaM. Are they going to be able to get in there and be devastating just as they were in game number 2? And if he does come in there, this could be a bit of a problem. Now, he is moving back. Where are the Infestors? There they are. They're coming in. Unburrowed. The fungal growth is going to go down. Great fungal growth there. That's Infested Terrans getting locked down. But there's a lot more units here at the moment. The Mothership does not have enough energy for a Photon Overcharge, even when the Nexus finishes quite yet. But most of the army for DreaM is staying up, as we can see. Photon Overcharge not even needed. The Colossi stay alive, and this push was not as successful as it was in the first game. It hit a lot later, and therefore there was more units out for DreaM. DreaM now going to go for that counter push. He's got the supply advantage. His 3rd base is about to be up. He's also knocked out the 4th of Shibbxyz throughout this. That's going to mean they're going to go on equal bases. The Hydrogen trying to come down. The Hive nearly finished, but things for DreaM looking very solid right now. He's moving in with a War Prism on the left as well, so he's going to come and drop into the main base. The Spire for Shibbxyz getting started, but everything together just looking really, really good for DreaM. And he's going to play the distraction game. Come around the right and then warp in with this Warp Prism that cannot be seen. The Overlord doesn't know it's there. Shibbxyz has no vision of what's occurring in his main base for the moment. And then in comes pushing all of these units. The Council was knocked down. That means Shibbxyz loses another 300 resources. The Zealots warping in, attacking that infestation, but there's only 3 swarm hosts in production at the moment, none on the field, and of course swarming hosts are only affected in more mass. 5 down the way, but no enduring locusts. The 3rd base of Shibbxyz taking a lot of damage here. DreaM, he is pushing in, and if he takes out this base, things are going to look very dire for the Zerg, because it's going to be a 3-base Protoss up against a 2-base Zerg. Never too fun. Another warp in into the main base. DreaM is continuing on with this pressure. The Zealots are going to go and take out the spawning pool. This is just harsh. DreaM taking down that spawning pool. No more Zerglings will be coming out. Of course, a lot of Spine Quarters are here. The Locusts still trying to come forward. These Zealots will be successful in killing that off, though. And this is going to delay tech even further. It's going to mean no more Spines, no more Spores. Just generally everything not going too fun at the moment for Shibbxyz, but does get a good fun growth off there. It means that these Spines can start poking away at the Immortals a bit more. But the Colossi at the back, they are the big damage dealers. And as we can see, all this damage coming down, looking very, very nice here. And DreaM, he doesn't have to panic, because the main base is actually getting decimated right now. The Zealots did huge damage to all of the drones. The Phoenix even doing a nice job. Hydras are out though, but just look at the worker count. 60 probes to 55 drones. That's good news for DreaM. He's also continuing on the pressure at the front, where the pullback is there, trying to defend, well, the main, and that's just opening up the natural to DreaM, who's powering his way forward. A couple of Storm hosts not borrowed there. If this natural falls, it is as good as GG. Shibbxyz does not have much army down. He does have a decent number of Swarm hosts, or did. He had 5 more about to pop out, but this is not looking good for the FM Esports player. Dignitas is going to take this first qualifier of the ESET UK Master Season 2. The drones are being pulled. That is never a good sign. And all in all, this is looking to be DreaM's game. Shibbxyz down to under 40 supply now. GG should be imminent, and this is just fantastic for DreaM. He is going to get himself into the lovely spot of 250 points towards these prizes. And yeah, Shibby didn't realize it was so late, asking DreaM for a little bit of feedback, but has already GG'd. DreaM has won this qualifier, and yeah, he's going to be very, very happy about that. It means that he wins those 250 points. Shibby, of course, though, does get 150 points for Season 2, and this will, of course, leads in to the other qualifiers. The top 3 places get a BYOC ticket to I-49 and the ESET UK Master Season 2. They get the GameCon 780 headset, and of course, even 4th to 8th place get the BYOC ticket and also a 380 headset. But there's the G down.